Yo, it's Chloe. We're starting a new series, a self-love journey series. You're about to see a car go by behind me. Don't mind that. I don't have a setup yet for these videos. I need to figure out where I want to film these, but right now I'm sitting outside enjoying nature. This is what I do now almost every night. I like to sit outside and listen to the insects. I like to look at the stars. I like to watch random people slow down while they drive by. Yeah, so self-love. It's something that I've always battled with, and I'm sure many of you can agree and say that you battle with it as well. It's not something that's easy, and it's definitely something that's extremely hard to learn how to do. Sometimes people don't know how to be alone, and sometimes people aren't comfortable with being alone. Here goes another car. Don't mind that. I know for me, for the longest time, I thought that I couldn't live without another person. Now, when I tell you that when I realized I can live without another person, I almost laugh at myself now because I love my alone time. I love my alone time so much that I've kind of taken a step back from a lot of energies that don't seem right to me. A lot of things that just don't seem fitting for me or my journey, I've kind of stepped back from. I feel like sometimes I let myself be a placeholder in people's lives because they're bored or lonely, and that doesn't sit right with me. So I began taking a step back and reflecting on myself in a way, and it's been tough. I mean, I still have my bad days, we're always going to have our bad days. Some days are going to be worse than others, and some days are going to be better than others. Self-love is not something you can just learn how to do. And for me, I've began slowly using nature as a way to learn things about myself. Like right now, I'm sitting outside. I love looking at the sky, sunset, sunrise, stars. That all to me is so euphoric, and being out here listening to all the sounds. Like, just listen to this for a second. It's just the most peaceful thing to me, and that makes me feel at one with myself, like spiritually, and with the universe around me. And I find now that peace comes from learning how to be comfortable with being alone. Now, that being said, being alone has been something I noticed a lot of people struggle with, and I no longer struggle with being alone. I almost love being alone too much because I do love my alone time. I love doing things alone, sitting out here alone. I like eating sometimes by myself. I live with my gram, so a lot of the times we share meals together. But on my self-love journey, I have learned that I like going on walks alone. I like hiking alone. I go and take pictures alone. We find all of these things that we think we need someone else to be around to do, and you don't. Once you learn that it's okay to be comfortable with yourself, you can go off and do all these things by yourself and be alone and be happy about doing that. For me, sometimes just being alone outside makes me happy, sitting and just reflecting on my day, talking to myself, whatever it may be, but I do it alone. Like, I go out sometimes and I'll buy something random at Hannaford's, and I'll go sit in a parking lot somewhere and watch the sunset behind the stores, behind the trees, and I'll eat my snack or whatever. I learned that's one thing I really like to do. Sometimes I like to pack a little snack lunch with a little Capri Sun or some water or whatever it is that I want to drink that day, and I go take a ride and listen to music with the windows down. It's my favorite weather coming up. I love fall. I love the cool air, sweaters, hoodies, flannels, pants. That's my favorite kind of weather. It always has been, and it always will be. It's one of the main times I feel the most euphoric. And people always ask me, why all of a sudden I don't really talk to anybody and why I don't really reach out to people. And it's strictly because I'm now okay with being alone, which means I don't care anymore if people want to be in my life or not. If you want to come and go, adios. Like, I'm not going to fight for people to be in my life anymore. I used to do that. It's too time consuming, and it's really a waste of time, because the way I see it, at the end of the day, the people in my life will be meant to be in my life. And I won't have to fight for that. I won't have to fight for them to care about me. I won't have to fight for people to love me for me. All of that. And that comes mostly from one main thing I've learned, which is being comfortable alone. Now, I'm starting this series because there's so many things that we could talk about, but this being alone thing is just one major part of it. And this journey, I swear, it's gonna make me a better person. I'm becoming a better person every single day, and I want to share that with you guys. And if you don't want to watch it, that's fine, but I hope that you guys want to stick around and see what it's like, or at least listen to what I have to say to see if maybe it will help you if you're on the same journey as I am. Now, with that being said, I'm gonna peace out and sit out here and enjoy the stars and think about what my next video is going to be about, and then we're going to go from there. And I hope you all have a really blessed day.